Hey, what's up, guys? So we're here to check out another Star Wars reaction video. If you're new channel, welcome. This one is called "Inside the Jedi Temple During Order 66 Legends Star Wars Explained." Now, here's the thing: when it comes to Order 66 as like one of the as the iconic order from Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, as you can see, like there were like small moments where like the clones were like shooting down Jedis, and like what Anakin did to some of the younglings, and you could see like what else was like being done during the temple in the Battlefront 2, the OG Battlefront 2 campaign, like when you played as clones and you go against the Jedi. And also I'm pretty sure there's like other games that like showed small bits of like what happened, including what's happened in the comics. But I'm sure this video will like pretty much address as like what happened, like most of all, like what was the importance of it, well, not importance of it, like what important events happened, and just like what happened overall, so to speak. So without anything else, let's jump into the video.
The fall and later burning of the Jedi Temple was a symbolic image which marked the end of the Jedi Order as a whole, as nearly all of its members were executed during Order 66. But what exactly happened inside the temple when Anakin and the 501st Legion were sent in to wipe the Jedi out? As Anakin and his troopers approached the main gates of the Jedi Temple, they were
you can't forget the
by
Imperial
temple's
March
gatekeeper, a distraught man named Jarok. Having sensed that his fellow masters had been killed by Palpatine earlier, Jarok asked what had happened. Anakin ignored his question, instead demanding where Shaak Ti was, as she was the only Jedi that was still at the temple that posed any real threat to him. Jarok answered Anakin, telling him that she was at the meditation chambers. Getting the information he needed, Anakin then cut down the gatekeeper and moved on into the temple.
Oh my god,
the temple was not.
Did you guys see that hole in his head?
Because of this, Anakin and his troopers were able to just walk right in and properly position themselves before they made their main attack on everyone inside. As Anakin made his way across the outer hallways of the temple, any unfortunate Jedi that came across him was quietly and swiftly cut down. Meanwhile, troopers of the 501st were ordered to all the exits of the building and to take over the main hangars as a means to prevent anyone from escaping once the main attack would commence. Anakin's first task was to take over the temple's communication center located within the Jedi archives, as a way to prevent an alert being sent out to the rest of the Jedi that the Republic had turned on them. When Anakin walked in, he was confronted by Jocasta Nu. Sensing his fall to the dark side, she ignited her lightsaber only to be pulled by the Force and fatally stabbed in the chest by Anakin. The other Jedi within the room were then quickly cut down. A Jedi named Sha Kun saw this happen from a distance and was able to escape. Witnessing the death of her fellow peers and being cornered by the clones, she fled into the underskirts of the temple through tunnel systems that were only known to a handful of Jedi. She would remain there for a few days, and we'll get back to her later in the video.
Okay.
Anyway, at this point the clones were beginning to attack the temple from all corners, and were starting to close in. Most Jedi were caught off guard, as overwhelming numbers of clone troopers rushed each of the chambers and mowed down everyone inside. Most of their victims consisted of knights and Padawans. The few Jedi Masters within the temple were taken out by Anakin, who focused on them while the clones took out the weaker Jedi. Once every Jedi was aware of what was happening, a few Masters tried to gather as many of them as they could to make a last stand in the main hall of the temple. This fight saw the most casualties toward the clones, but nonetheless they were able to punch through the Jedi's last defenses and eliminate them all. Nearing the end of the attack, Anakin was able to locate and attack Shaak Ti. Although in an
this was a deleted scene, yeah.
It shows Anakin killing her while she was meditating. This was later retconned, with Shaak Ti instead surviving his attack and later staging an evacuation mission to rescue as many Jedi as possible before making her own escape. Most of the Padawans and younglings that tried to hide rather than escape would later
She also died in Force
in the
Unleashed
temple with no means of escape. And as such they were all slain by Anakin as he made his way through all the chambers one by one and slaughtered them like animals. At least one Jedi instructor had to witness all of his students get cut down right in front of him before meeting the same fate shortly afterwards. Of course, there was also an entire group of younglings who were mercilessly slain by Anakin as well, not knowing that he was in fact leading the very attack before it was too late. Once the raid that would later be known as Operation Nightfall was finished, the dead bodies of the Jedi were dragged outside onto the temple's front steps and burned for all the citizens to see. Anakin later configured the temple's main beacons to call Jedi back before leaving to Mustafar. All Jedi that returned were ambushed by clones, some of which actually dressed in traditional Jedi robes to further disguise themselves before they attacked. At this point, essentially every Jedi that once was at the temple had either died or escaped. All but one, Sha Kun. She had remained hidden in the secret underground tunnels of the temple, until one day she was able to directly contact Palpatine. Hoping to trick the Sith as a means to assassinate them both, Sha Kun played the part of a defeated Jedi who was eager to learn the ways of the dark side. She proclaimed that she wanted to become Palpatine's student, who initially dismissed her as he already had an apprentice. She responded with what if she killed him, to which Palpatine stated that if she were able to do that, then she could become his new student. Palpatine then sent his apprentice, who had recovered from his injuries from Mustafar, to go kill the lone Jedi within the ruined temple. Vader did just that, locating her within
Darth
the
Vader in the
underbelly
suit
of the temple. But before he could confront her, he was ambushed by mutated beasts that she controlled through the Force, before springing a trap that unleashed an electric net over him. While these traps hurt Vader, he was able to power through them both, and Sha Kun was forced to face him in a duel as a result. Although her agility allowed her to strike Vader once in the back, the Sith Lord's raw strength in the Force allowed him to ragdoll her across the ruins until he finally force-choked her and impaled her with his lightsaber. As she died, she experienced a Force vision that showed her the future of the Sith being eventually defeated and the new Jedi Order arising. Such a vision brought her peace in her mind before she finally succumbed to death. We want to give a shout out to Dimitri for letting us use his artwork for the video. Be sure to check out his Facebook and DeviantArt pages, where he does take commissions to create artwork ranging from Star Wars to various video game franchises. Thanks for watching this video. Help support the channel by becoming...
Okay, so that was inside the Jedi Temple during Order 66, and I know the video was short, but it was very informative. I know that some of the information that he used and some of the scenes he used was from a video game. I forgot what it was called, but I know that part where he killed Joe Castanu was from a video game. I seen it on YouTube, and Shakti being killed was a deleted scene from Revenge of the Sith, and some of it was from the comics. But as far as I know, Shakti got killed in 4 different ways, in a deleted scene, another deleted scene from Grievous, from Force Unleashed. So I don't know, she's the one Jedi Master that got killed multiple different ways in canon. But either way, this was another great video, and I still have 2 more I'm gonna watch later today, so keep an eye out for those. But either way, great video. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and hit that notification bell so you know when I drop in the next videos. And thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys are having an amazing day or night wherever you guys are, and until then, I'll see you guys next time.